13 middle school bass clarinet players. That was your prepared etude for this year's district band. And there are a couple of details here that I think that we should talk about. And they're all pretty simple overall. The very first one is dotted quarter notes. Are they 2 beats long? Really? No, a half note is 2 beats long. So a dotted quarter note is 1.5 beats long. And the first note of this piece is all of beat 1 and the first half of 2, leaving the second half of 2 left over for that 8th note. So this is 1 and 3. And the judges are going to want to hear that you can make a dotted quarter note the right length, the exact right length. Quarter notes, 8th notes, you're going to be fine. Dotted quarter notes are going to be in that middle ground where you need to make sure that you count them well. So there's 2 things you can do. One is you can say 1 and 3. Okay, you have that rhythm in measure 1. We also have it in measure 9. We also have it in measure 11. Okay? If you are playing and you aren't certain you've got the right length, there are 3 8th notes in that dotted quarter note. You could just tongue 3 times. Get those 3 8th notes in your mind and then think. That's one way, 2 ways that you can guarantee your dotted quarter notes are the right length. Another important detail that we have to attend to once in the piece is crossing from the first register to the second register on time. And that's as we go from the end of the second measure to the beginning of the third measure. And that's an important moment for you to show the judges that you can get all of your fingers down with that register key, and that C will speak on time. So I think that's an important one to focus on. There are 2 other details here for you that I think are important if you're wanting to get a really high score. The first is staccato versus legato. And maybe you haven't had a chance to really learn how to play staccato yet. But it's important that you tongue everything legato except the notes that the composer asks for staccato. So the first measure should sound like this. I definitely wouldn't play the first 2 notes staccato. Now you might like the sound of that. I might like the sound of that. But the judges will think that you don't know what the marking means. Or, for example, if you were to play measure 6, everything staccato, and then measure 7, everything staccato. I totally think that's groovy sounding, but I wouldn't do it here. I'd play dee, 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 and keep things legato where, unless it's specifically asked for staccato. The last detail I want to talk to you about is accents. There are a couple accents in the piece. One is thankfully on that C as we go into measure 3. And an accent, which looks like this accent symbol, is a diminuendo symbol. It is a burst of wind with a diminuendo. So I'd like you to cough with me 3 times. Ready? On each of those coughs, your core muscles squeezed in, and that's what created the burst of air that is a cough. Now, I want you to try coughing, a super small tiny cough, without the core muscles working or engaging. Give it a shot. It didn't work, did it? Even the smallest cough. This has got to move. So you could think, going from second measure into the first note of measure 3, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. There's your accent. Okay? So, I guess there is one more detail. I couldn't decide. The last detail here is the poco ritardando in the second to last measure. So, ritardando means to slow down, and poco ritardando means to slow down a little bit. So, you're going to have to play with this to decide, what's a little bit of slowdown, what's a lot of slowdown, and what is the right amount of slowdown for you. I hope that you have found this play-along video helpful. I hope that this preparation is going really well. I hope you're looking forward to a wonderful holiday break, and I hope that you have a wonderful audition for January 9th. If you have questions, you can email me at tobynclarinet@gmail.com with your parents' permission, or you can visit my website, Tobin Clarinet. I hope you all stay well. Take care.